Hey, what's going on, NFL fans and Atlanta Falcon fans? This your boy Antoine Smitty Sports Machine, man. Y'all know I get down. Y'all know I do it, man. Press that subscribe button. Also, press that notification bell. Get my videos as soon as I drop them. Press that like button, man. Help me get my recommendations up. So get my video through the YouTube universe. Greatly appreciate y'all as always. Right quick, very quick, some quick Falcons news, man, and a trade suggestion by one of my followers. But we're going to start with Miss Josina Anderson. Y'all know who she is. One of the best NFL insiders in the game. And she had evening notes about two quarterbacks. Their name has been rumbling around the NFL and trade, in circles in the GM rooms and things of that nature. And then she said the offseason carousel continues to turn, and that's absolutely true. But there's been a lot of money being spent, especially after these teams got that extra $22, $23 million this offseason. But it's pertaining to Kirk Cousins. Shit, I'm tired of talking about it, and y'all is too. But still news at the end of the day. And shout out to Mad Mike, man. I got a notification that he did a video on this already, I think, and very good feedback, man. But she said, I was told two quarterbacks' name came up in recent preliminary trade inquiries and turned discussions per league source. Kirk Cousins and Will Levis. And I'm not surprised by either of these guys. Um, Kirk Cousins started off 6-3. We know how that go. Season ended terrible. One touchdown, 9 interceptions through his last 4 or 5 games. Then you look at Will Levis, who was a draft pick of the Titans. Played okay his rookie season, but he couldn't get over the hump last year. And Mason Rudolph took a lot of his playing time. So it's no surprise by either of these guys that they're the topic of trade discussions because one, Kirk Cousins has gotten his money and now he wants to go to a team. He has a no trade clause that he has to waive. So that's easier said than done. And Will Levis, like I said, was a draft pick, and the Titans probably going to draft Cam Ward out of Miami, #1 in the draft, unless they get a ridiculous trade offer. But I seriously doubt that. But let's finish this, man. It says Atlanta has been getting calls. I heard a third-round pick, and if they get a third-round pick, I will cry on hell because I don't see it. Because you're trying to get out that contract. This has to be the team that's desperate for a quarterback. And now, don't get me wrong, Cleveland's going to take Abdul Carter probably at number two. But there are a lot of quarterbacks in this draft. In the third round, I don't think there's a third round quarterback that can give you production because he gives you veteran leadership, even though he be bullshitting a lot of the time. But you won't get that in the third round from one of these quarterbacks. Now, you could in the right system, but honestly, would you even trust waiting to the third round to get a quarterback in this draft? I don't think so. And I think Shedeur Sanders and Jackson Dart and those guys will be gone by the time the second round rolls around. So I could see a third round pick, but I'm looking more towards the fourth through sixth. That's just my honest opinion. And she said Atlanta's getting calls, third round pick, potentially actionable. And the Titans would like to transition, and this is what I mean by Cam Ward. But it said, what would be the market for Will Levis? And he's at this point, this young, he's probably a backup. I could see Pittsburgh going out to him. They have Mason Rudolph, his former teammate in Tennessee. They need another quarterback. Other teams that need backups. I can go on. Tampa needs it. Well, no, they signed Kyle Trask. That's a great question. Tua could probably use a backup, even though they have Skylar Thompson. The Raiders need a quarterback. Maybe Will Levis can go down there and try to win the starting job. But it's jobs out here, man, for quarterbacks because the quarterback market is so scarce this year with the draft and free agency. So you probably can get off both of these guys. But she said it's something to monitor, but there's always a curveball. And what she mean by that, something can always go left. But these two guys, Will Levis and Kirk Cousins, will definitely be moved. And I just think, honestly, whatever the Falcons get for Kirk Cousins, I think is a blessing. Because, like I said, man, I don't see him going back to that locker room this offseason. Even though they don't want to move and they want him to be a backup, somebody in that locker room has to speak up to management, coaching, or somebody. Because you don't want nobody like that, man, in your locker room. Just keep it real with y'all. But this is what Josina had to say. And keep this thing rolling right quick, man. Miss Kiera Possible wanted to know, would I give a second round pick for Travon Walker? Travon Walker. Would I give a second round pick for him? The Jacksonville Jaguars so-called have him on possibly on the trade market. And honestly, it's kind of doesn't make sense because he's going into his fourth year and still has his fifth year option left. The only thing that I can see, they don't want to pay that contract. And they just paid Trevor Lawrence. They just paid Josh Allen's. So Travon Walker is next in line. And they need to rebuild. Just that simple. They have the fifth pick in the draft, and I have them taking Mason Graham, which I think they definitely need along that interior defensive line. And they have quite a few picks in this draft. But second round pick, 24 years old, I could see it. He's really picked it up this year, man. Well, the last couple of years he's picked it up because as I'm looking at his numbers right now in 3 years, he actually has 24 sacks, 20 and a half the last 2 years. Started out with 3.5 his rookie season. He started 48 games, played in 49. He has one career interception, 2 pass defense, 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and a fumble recovery touchdown, and 162 tackles total. 28 tackles for losses, 44 quarterback hits. So he's learned how to get to the quarterback because the last 2 seasons he's gotten to the quarterback with quarterback hits 34 times. So he's actually improved the last 2 seasons. He can be a 4-3 in, a 3-4 outside linebacker. He can, do it all on defense. He can play the interior if you need him to because he's no small dude at all. Y'all know him coming out of Georgia. He flew up draft boards, and they took a chance on him, number 1. And at 6'5", about 280, he's probably what the Falcons are looking for in terms of versatility. Because as we talk about the need for the defensive end position, if they did trade him for a second round pick, this solves one of your problems. And you probably, and I said it on another show, you could be looking at other positions, defensive back, safety, cornerback, linebacker. I mean, you can go anywhere if you get a second rounder for a guy like this. But I also think they want a player in return plus a second. Kyle Pitts comes to mind. I mean, it's just so many ways you can go with this man. But honestly, a second round pick, I would do it. I would definitely do it. But those are my quick two topics that I had to talk about right quick before I wrap it up for today. But if y'all missed the live about our first round mock draft with the 95 North Sportsman Exchange, please go check it out. And that's your news. And this your boy Antoine Smith signing off. I will holler at y'all soon, man. Peace.